justice and peace and equality.
All right. Game Changers Media Network, Game Changers Magazine, Voices of the Village podcast. And we back with Miss Mary Hunter Williams of Hunter's Cafe. That's in Jackson, Georgia, down by the river in old Butts County. Butts County, yes, Butts County is in the house, man. Now, before we went to commercial break, we were talking about you working, building the business, scaling the business, taking over the family business. What were some of the hurdles that you had to overcome when taking over the family business? Because you had to sacrifice.
I had to sacrifice. I was making very nice money at the railroad.
Okay.
And I had to sacrifice that. I had to sacrifice my sick days, my vacation days.
Okay.
Like I said, I had to prove to everybody that this is still Hunter's Cafe.
Right.
And that I was going to continue cooking with love like my mom had instilled in me.
Okay.
So I had to make sure that I retained the customers that we had since 1976.
Okay.
And being consistent with our food and giving back to the community. So the hurdles was proving to everyone that I still had it, even though I had left for a little while, but I still had it.
I still had
it.
Okay. Now, and you have a family at this time.
Yes.
Right, and you want to take over the family that you come from. You want to take over that business, and everybody's burnt out. So you got to convince your husband that, hey, this is gonna work.
No, actually, he convinced me.
Oh wow, okay.
He was like, babe, you need to do this. I think you got it. I'm 100% behind you, beside you, and let's do it.
How important? That leads me to ask, how important is it for entrepreneurs to have support of their spouses?
It's very important, especially when I was starting from scratch because everything burnt down in the restaurant. So I'm starting from scratch. And he was very supportive mentally.
Okay.
And he was very supportive financially because he backed a lot of the needs that I had to open the restaurant up.
Right. And from there, you kind of turned it into a multi-facet empire.
I would say empire, but I want that, so I'm gonna speak that into existence.
Okay.
Yes, I want an empire.
Because you got like I
have an event center,
right?
I have an event center because there's not many places you can do. At the time, it wasn't many places where you can have private events.
Okay.
And people were using my little small dining room, but it was outgrowing it.
Okay.
And so I decided to open up an event center next door, which is staying packed. Booked. It's staying booked.
Event centers seem to be a thing these days.
Yes. I hope it don't go out of style. So.
Right. It's trending.
Yes. So we do. They are allowed to bring their own food.
Okay.
Sometimes they get us to cater.
Right.
I decorate, or they can bring their own decorator. But I also do catering off-site.
Okay.
And I do decorations off-site as well.
Okay.
So, trying to just make sure that I'm able to do something other than the restaurant. If it doesn't work out, I'm not saying it won't. Or if I'm burnt out as well. So I have an opportunity to
kind
do
of
other
move and
things.
shake and do what you need to do.
Yeah. So
now, you're celebrating 49 years this year, right?
Yes.
How important is it for you to turn that 49 years into another 49 years and see this thing flourish, because we talked about the generational wealth. We talked about, passing it down to our grandkids. And I always see your grandkids and your children around you. So that's a plus.
Yes. So they come to the restaurant, bus tables, like I was.
Okay.
I want to train them to do what I did.
Okay.
I'm not going to push it on them.
Right.
But I want them to have a skill set. So once you learn a skill, you can always use it.
That's it.
And if you have a skill set that can make you some money,
yes,
you got a good hustle.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to teach my grandkids.
Okay.
We also working on a cookbook.
Man, I can't wait to get that.
And I'm also trying to get a opportunity to have cooking classes.
Okay.
Got some. Occasionally, me and my sister have cooking classes at our church.
Okay.
At Locust Grove Church of Christ.
Okay.
And I'm amazed that some women don't know how to cook these days.
Well.
And they were older women.
Yeah.
So, but I'm shocked.
Yeah.
But I want to teach people how to make Southern food.
Yes.
Southern. I want some homemade biscuits, some real cornbread, not no Jiffy. I want, teach women how to make some collard greens that
Right.
melt in your mouth.
Come on
and
now.
crack them eggs and make that banana pudding.
Come on now.
I want to show them to how to cook and
Right.
cook safely.
Yes.
Safely.
And from the heart, because it
Yes,
got to
by
be
the
a from the heart type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You
Don't
got to
just that throw
connect.
stuff in there.
Yeah.
You got to take your time and make a meal.
Yeah, yeah.
And let my husband say it, that's how he fell in love.
Hey, I'm
Cooking.
telling you.
On our first date, I made a picnic basket, and he
Wow.
swore my mom made it. I was like, oh no, I cooked this.
Okay. So he had him a good girl that
Yes,
can cook,
yes.
you know what I'm saying, and put it together. Now, when I visited the restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and ate there, sat there, kind of sat down, and it seems to be in the heart of the city,
Mm-hmm.
where I mean, you got all kind of audience up in there. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you got, I mean, it's a very diverse crowd that comes. It seems
Yes.
like you're celebrated. And they come faithfully for lunch and breakfast. I saw that.
Yes. Again,
How did he build that?
trust and name.
Okay.
People used to the Hunters Cafe brand.
Okay.
And I showed them that I still had the skills that my mom taught me, and we
Right.
have customers that has been there since 1976.
Yes.
Still visit to this day.
Okay.
And I enjoy seeing new customers. So yesterday was Groundhog Day, and we had so many new customers because Dawson Trails, where Beauregard Lee, the groundhog, is 5 minutes from our restaurant.
Okay.
So we had a lot of customers that come by, and they was shocked, and they was from all over the country.
Okay.
And like, oh wow, these some real biscuits. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now now Jackson. For those who know about Jackson, there's some stigma around Jackson, Georgia. I mean, that's where our diagnostic center is for
Known for death row.
known for death row.
And the classification of diagnostics of each male prisoner in the state of Georgia has to go through Jackson.
Has to go through Jackson.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep.
I mean, and it seemed to be one of the. Now I know they have an African American mayor now.
Yes.
And man, shout out to Mayor Duffy.
Yes.
But it seemed to be one of those counties, almost like Henry County, where man, you better not come through Jackson, Georgia, playing around. I mean, you guys got that good cooking, but I mean, how did you guys attract? Because people from outside of Jackson are coming to Jackson. Like people from all over the place are coming to Hunter's Cafe.
Yes.
How did you guys override that stigma?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I market on the free social media.
Okay.
I do a lot of catering.
Okay.
And word of mouth.
Okay.
So they were like, oh, I had you at this wedding. I had you at this family reunion. I'm coming when I come to Jackson.
Right.
But Butts County is also known for Indian Springs State Park, which is the
Yes.
oldest state park in the nation, which is a
Yes.
few minutes away from me as well,
Okay.
from our restaurant. And so a lot of people go through there as tourist attraction.
Right.
And then we have, if 75 is shut down, you're going to have,
It's the bypass.
you got to come
The
Highway
back way to make it.
42.
The back way to
You gotta
make it.
come by Hunter's Cafe.
You gotta come by that cafe.
So I like it when 75 shut down. They
Yeah.
go, oh man, they got a little small soul food restaurant.
Yes,
we go
sir.
try them out.
Okay.
And that's it.
So it's the uniqueness.
Yes.
It's the unique, man. I'm feeling that. And you guys also in Jackson have established like a downtown district.
Yes.
Where people are now coming, hanging out.
Oh,
The community
yes.
is coming. Like it's family
Yeah, the
oriented.
first Fridays, or
Okay.
the Downtown Development Authority did an awesome job with the first Fridays.
Okay.
And then they have a summer series of concerts that's coming, I heard. So, the new mayor has a vision that
Okay.
bring unity
Yes.
and tourism to the city. And
Okay.
then with Stranger Things being filmed there,
Right.
they have a whole tour. And I love it when they had they had a Stranger Things convention
Okay.
a few months ago, and it brought thousands of people into the county.
And I know they came by and got
Yes,
them
they
biscuits
came back
and
because I
they
put
went.
coupons in the books. I like, hey, come on by, get
That's
your,
it.
this discount right here.
Man,
So,
that community marketing does something, right?
it do, it really
Right.
do. Yes.
I think people like to look for the big wham. Now, how does that play in your business? Because you're very community oriented, like marketing with the community and community partnerships. You should call it.
Yes, and
How
the
does that-
Chamber of Commerce and like when the Stranger Things convention came,
Okay.
they reached out. They said, hey, they didn't ask for money.
Right.
They said, hey, you want to put a coupon in for it?
Right.
Yes.
Right,
Thank
right,
you.
right.
I love free marketing.
Well, the chamber don't ask for money because we pay them every year
that,
for
that
dues.
part right
You see
there,
what I'm saying?
that part.
Yeah.
But for the magazine for the Stranger Things,
Yeah.
I was more than willing to put
Take
that
the-
coupon
man,
in. So
community effort.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about where Hunter's Cafe is going, and we're going to talk about that new food truck because you guys have a food truck
Yes.
as well. But we got to go to a commercial break. You guys stay tuned. Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast. Ease up.